Jay Kim from the Oregon Surf Perch Fishing Club. I want to say it's Thursday, May 11th. Forgot my watch, so I think that's the date. And it's like 7:55 in the morning. Low tide is about 4 hours away at 11:40, and it's about a minus 0.7 low tide, and it's about 3 feet now. So it's dropping about a foot an hour, but not quite. It's kind of warm today. It's in the low 50s. I want to say 53, 54. There's a small breeze in the air that's a little chilly, but otherwise it's pretty pleasant. In terms of swell conditions, there's supposed to be about 2 feet swells, and energy is supposed to be less than 100. And what I notice on low energy days, that all the crashing waves are very close by within casting distance. So, you know, that's the case today. So catch conditions look pretty decent. The only thing with low energy days is that the crashing waves are much smaller, so they're about 2 foot swells today. So it doesn't churn up as much food on the ocean floor as bigger waves. But if you remember, on low tide days, like I came the other day, there's a trough out there next to the trees. So I'm gonna go try this area here. Crashing waves look pretty good here. And oh, it's very shallow though. So I'm gonna go head up towards the trees where it's a little bit deeper. Okay, let's see how it goes today. The reason I come to Wade Creek all the time, people kind of ask, you know, why I go to the same beach when I get skunked a lot. It's a 15-minute drive for me, and a lot of times, you know, I'll quit after a half an hour or 45 minutes if conditions are pretty nasty. So, you know, I don't want to drive a half an hour, 45 minutes, and then only fish for 45 minutes to an hour. So that's one of the reasons I come to Wade Creek, and it's an easy walk to the beach. I've had some very good catch days here, so I've had some decent success. So that's the reason why I come to Wade Creek. It's very convenient for me, and I'm definitely an angler of convenience. Okay, getting ready to take my first cast. Let's see how it goes. So if you've been watching the last couple of my videos, low tide, there's a trough here. I can actually see the sandbar I was fishing on the other day. Obviously there's no way to get out there today until the tide goes down. And then I know there's another trough further north. But my feeling is if I'm fishing here and I'm casting where I was standing on the sandbar, it's going to be very shallow there. So I'll try a few casts there, but I'm going to skip it and just go up to the further end trough if I don't get a bite here. Okay, so I took 4 casts where I thought the trough ended, and I'm just going to move up past the sandbar. I can actually see the sandbar where I was fishing from the other day. It would be right within casting distance, but like I said, I think it'd be way too shallow. So I'm gonna head up north where I think the water's deeper. As I walk further up, I actually see a shallow place I can cross over and get to the sandbar. It looks like it's passable, but I won't know until I get out there. So I'm gonna try getting out there. Actually made it. So I just walked through the shallow water. I wouldn't normally do this if it was incoming tide, but I know it's outgoing low tide, so I won't get stranded out here. It's just going to get drier and drier behind me. But man, there's only one set of crashing waves and I'm right here. So, but last 3 or 4 times I've been on the sandbar, I've had 0 luck. Let's see how it goes. Good news is I can hit the crashing waves, and there's only 1 set of crashing waves, so they're all within casting distance. The bad news is only 1 set of waves. So you see this set came in, there's another set forming, but they're far and few between. First bite finally. There's like 3 short taps, but hey, finally got one. This is like my 2nd cast on the sandbar. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I tried about 4 casts on the sandbar. If I hadn't been here before and had 0 action here, I'd keep fishing it because conditions look really good, catch conditions. But what I want to do is I'm going to go across, and man, it's so much easier to cross now that tide's going down. But this was all underwater when I first waded it. So it makes it a lot easier going back. But I'm gonna try going north to the houses because I haven't been up there in a while. So I'm just gonna walk straight up there. I've been here about 40 minutes, I'm guessing, with 8 casts, 1 tiny bite. Action here actually looks pretty decent. It's definitely different than where I was on the sandbar because there's more concurrent crashing waves and it's a little bit darker. The only thing is that with it being a little bit deeper up here, I'm further from the best crashing waves, which are way out there. But it looks pretty decent. We'll see how it goes. I'm only going to be here for a little bit longer and then I'm going to call it quits, I think. Okay, so tried about 3 casts near the houses, no luck. I'm guessing I've been here about 50 minutes now, got in about 10-11 casts. So I'm just going to take a few casts down next to the creek and just call it a day. I'd like to come back at a little higher tide. So again, I came at about a 3-foot tide and tide's going down about 1 foot an hour, a little less. So I'm guessing I was like a 2.5, 2-foot tide. And again, the sandbar that I was just fishing on, it's much easier to access now than it was when I first got here. So I was going to go south the next time I came, but when I came back at this height, I realized that all the rocks that I had seen exposed at a lower tide, like a 1-foot tide, I'd be casting into those and I didn't want to get snagged. So that's the reason why I came to the north. If I come at a lower tide, I'd like to try the south, but again, I'm worried about snags. So if you remember, as I was explaining why I like to come to Wade Creek, the other reason I like to come to Wade Creek is if I look around, I'm the only person on the beach. So basically I get the beach to myself and it's very calming and peaceful. I don't have to worry about crossing people's lines and people getting upset with me if I cross their lines. So I mean, it's just a great way to spend the early morning. Nice, peaceful and calm environment. Just passing where the sandbar is, and now you can see here, raise up my camera, but now you can see how easy it is to get to the sandbar. This was all underwater like 15-20 minutes ago because that's when I had to cross it. So anyway, that's how fast the beach changes. Man, if I didn't know better, I'd say the crashing waves look like an excellent place to fish right here. But again, I've gotten skunked on this sandbar like 3 or 4 times in a row. Not totally skunked, but very slow action compared to what I thought the action would be looking at the waves. So again, I'm just going to head down to the creek and get out of here. Conditions are definitely changing as I've been here because the waves are bigger now than when I first came, and there's more concurrent ones right in front of me. But I think this is going to be it for me. Took about 5 or 6 casts on the way out, going back to the parking lot. 0 action, so I'm guessing I've been here a little over an hour now. I'm guessing about anywhere from 15 to 18 casts and only 1 little tiny bite when I went out to the sandbar. So can't believe how slow Wade has been for me the last few months. Hasn't been this slow, this long a period for me in a long time. So I'll be coming back again. The nice thing about today was, even though I got skunked, man, what an amazing way to start the day. Just waking up, being able to drive here in 15 minutes and get in the water, and conditions were awesome today. Swell energy was really low. It was pretty warm. There was a slight breeze, but it wasn't cold. So again, just feel very, very lucky to be retired on the Oregon coast, and I can come fishing just about anytime I want. So that's it for today. Like I say, hour 10 minutes, about 15 to 18 casts, 1 small bite. I'm gonna try going south next time. I didn't go there today because I was worried about getting snagged up at the tidal height, but with the north being dead, I'm gonna go try south. Okay, that's it for today. Hope to come back soon.